invest in something which that time Indian industry was not there. India was all farmland and all. Then he met a sannyasi on the way, and that sannyasi was Swami Vivekananda.
Okay.
So he suggested, why don't you start, look in the eastern side, you will get something interesting. And so he went to this, now that place is called Tata Nagar, right?
Yes.
And he got so many benefits. He found that there is a iron ore there, so they can make steel industry so easily. So he made the steel industry. Tata Steel, that's what he started there. He invested money. But apparently during his lifetime he could not do much of business because he was very, very strongly anti-British. He was rich. That time Indian community also had rich people were there who was very patriot. He made this Taj Hotel. Have you gone there? That's right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You should go to get it. And Taj Hotel, apparently I have heard, in the front it used to be written down that Britishers and dogs are not allowed. That time, it was a British time, okay? They used to, in fact, British time means they used to treat Indians like, natives, okay? And then he, Jamshedji also, because then he became a disciple of Vivekananda, and Vivekananda told that, you are doing one good thing, that you are making an Indian industry. Second thing which is important, which is not many in the country, is the educational institute. British is destroying the higher education in the country. So you should do something. ISCS Kolkata is already there at that time, but that was too small. So Institute of Higher Learning, there of course he got a land in Bangalore and he made IISc Bangalore. So if you go to Bangalore and you tell any auto driver that take me to Tata Institute, they will take you to IISc. And IISc main office, there is a Jamshedji Tata's statue is there. And IISc also is what Jamshedji did, he got the land and he made the building. Okay. And in the building then scientists used to be getting appointed, and scientist has to get the research funding and do the research. So one scientist, one professor with his or her students will do research. That was the type of structure was there, and teaching also used to be done. Jamshedji's son was Dorabji Tata. And Dorabji was a good businessman. So he could actually, he did not go into politics. So he made friendship with British, and he actually made this Tata Steel flourish. But the problem was he did not have children. This Parsis has this problem. They are slowly becoming extinct because they are very strict about marriages and all those things. They cannot, if somebody marries some non-Parsi, he is no more Parsi. All these things happens. So most of them are unmarried or don't have children. So Dorabji Tata did not have children. So Dorabji's wife's brother's son was Homi Bhabha. So possibly, some people say that possibly Dorabji had thought that Homi Bhabha, he will adopt him and make him a sort of chairman of the Tata Sons after him. Okay. So, but I don't know whether it is true or not. But Dorabji sent Homi Bhabha to Cambridge to get trained in engineering, because Tata still needs engineering, and physics, business management and all those things. But Cambridge those days used to be actually the center of modern science. In 1920s, 25, 30, who were the people there in Cambridge that time? His whole family, Rutherford, and Rutherford's all students, they're all Nobel laureates. Okay? The modern science was actually blooming in Cambridge that time. That time, United States was not there. That was the third world that time. UK, the main science was blooming there. US came up only after the Second World War. Before that, it was not there. So, after Bhabha went to Cambridge as a student, he could not imagine that he will do business. So he got into science, and he wrote back to Dorabji Tata that I want to become a scientist. This is a great opportunity for me to be in company of so many great geniuses and all that. So Dorabji realized that this guy is useless. So you do it, whatever you want to do it. So Dorabji Tata, he then adopted another distant person who was later on, we don't know what was his original name, but he became J.R.D. Tata, Jamshedji Ratanji Tata. So they have limitation in number of names also, only few. So J.R.D. Tata was the actually adopted son of Dorabji Tata. J.R.D. Tata and Homi Bhabha were basically cousin, distant cousin. So Homi did his PhD in Cambridge in physics. Okay. Then he came back to India. The job as a reader in IISc Bangalore. And that was the time World War is sort of going on. So, but you know, Homi Bhabha was from the Tata family, okay, and they have this sort of, so Bhabha sort of apparently talked to J.R.D. and told us, you know, our grandfather Jamshedji Tata, he made this IISc Bangalore. So we also should do something like that. And I have seen in Cambridge what is the modern science is. Because, you know, so he wants to set up a institute for modern science in the independent India. At that time already it was very clear that India is going to be independent. So modern science means that is called big science. Big science where it's not one scientist with his or her students doing research and publishing paper. It's not like that. Which is being done, let's say, in ISC or in cultivation of science. That type of culture is there. So Bhabha's idea was that these big science are mission oriented. There will be a lot of very, very highly talented scientists who will be working on one project. One project. Like, you know, space, or you know, origin of the universe and things of that type, big issues. Okay, and looking at different aspects of the problem and trying to make a science out of it. But for doing those type of research, you need enormous amount of investment, and who is going to give the money? So J.R.D. Tata told that, you know, Jamshedji Tata made this institute, IISc Bangalore, just build the houses. Yeah. J.R.D. told that, you know, making IISc was easy. Just you make the building and get your name. You don't have to do anything else. One-time investment. But to make an institute, which is big science institute, will cost billions of dollars. And by then, J.R.D. Tata is sort of knows about what money means. Okay, so he told that, you know, Tata company, okay, today I am there at the helm of the affairs, so I can possibly give some money. But tomorrow I will not be there. So the person next to me may not be interested in, you know, spending that much amount of money for doing research, which is they call blue sky research. That means, you know the universe, origin of universe, that doesn't bring money as such directly. Then J.R.D. told that, you know, I know the person who is likely to be the Prime Minister of the country. I will introduce you with him. So you can, you know, ball is in your court. Because J.R.D. Tata was very well known in India because he was the first man to fly aeroplane in our country, you know, right? And he did a lot of things in the country. So he knew these people in, he was close to Gandhi, Nehru and all those people. So J.R.D. Tata introduced Homi Bhabha with Nehru. And they became somehow very good friends. They had very similar. Nehru also was a connoisseur of arts, you know, very, very knowledgeable person. So Nehru and Bhabha became so good friends that they used to call each other Bhai. Okay, you can see if you go to this Homi Bhabha auditorium, you know that when you enter the auditorium there are some posters. Okay, some of the latest copies of Homi Bhabha and Nehru were there, consider their addresses as bhai. So if your brother is the Prime Minister, then you know what happens, right? So Nehru said that, okay, you want to start this institute, you start it. Then Homi Bhabha said that, okay, the institute starts from today. Why did he start? His uncle's place, auntie's place, I think, was in South Bombay. You have seen that place, Pedder Road, along to that side. Babulnath Mandir, they're not gone to temples yet. Everybody goes first thing, they go to the temples. None of you have gone to temples.
Yeah, Mahalakshmi temple.
No. Close to that, when you go to Mahalakshmi temple, you have to go through a road which is a little elevated road.
Yes.
That's called Pedder Road. In that, there is a house. Now that house now actually is the housing complex for TIFR staff. That was one house of Bhabha's house. So he told that we start the institute today. But there are some conditions he made with Nehru. He told that, okay, it would be a government institute funded by central government. Actually, there was an agreement made. Central government is giving major money. State government was giving some amount of money. And Dorabji Tata's trust was made. That was under the Tata family's money. Small amount of money was given to that. So that's how the institute was formed. So that time, you just imagine, that was just India is not yet independent, is becoming independent type of thing. Bhabha told that I will take the money from the government, but I will not follow the rules of the government. Because for doing, higher research, many things has to be done which may not be following the government procedures. Okay. So Nehru said, okay, fine. So one of the thing is, for the scientist in TIFR, there is no concept of vacancy. So, for universities, what happens, or IITs or anywhere, somebody retires, there is a post vacant, advertisement happens, okay, interviews are held, new faculty joins, right? We have no that type of concepts. That time Bhabha said, of course now we cannot do that, Bhabha said that a professor in TIFR will be such a well-known man, we'll invite him. Okay? So our appointment letters also says that till today that you are invited to join as a faculty in TIFR. So first time what he did, for him life was easy because he knew everybody in Cambridge. So that was the center of modern science that time. So anybody anywhere in the world who is doing good science has to have some connection with Cambridge or must be visiting Cambridge or something. It's not only physics, all areas. So he invited Indian students to join as faculty in TIFR who have been associated with big discoveries in science. Okay, like Powell got Nobel Prize for discovering meson.
Yes,
So the person who did PhD with Powell definitely must have done some bit of work in that. Then Purcell, Bloch and Purcell, they got Nobel Prize in NMR, discovering NMR. So Purcell's student must have been very good in, might have made a contribution in discovering of NMR technique. Like that, so he invited I think 5 or 6 scientists from various big labs and told that you do your science. You set up the labs and whatever is needed. I will make sure that you have no problem. But you make TIFR as the best place in the world. Parallelly, what he was to see, in his house he started, but he wanted to grow. So he had eye on a place which is the best place in the city. If you look at the map of Bombay, you have seen the map of Bombay? How does it look?